Boise State's journey to the Fiesta Bowl. A fight for belonging in the heart of college football. In Glendale, Arizona, after Boise State's 34-14 loss to Penn State in the college football playoff, Coach Spencer Danielson stood alone in the empty locker room, trying to make sense of it all. But instead of focusing on the loss, he couldn't stop evangelizing the bigger picture. Boise State belongs on this stage. And what they're doing is changing the game, one player at a time. It's so much more than just proving you belong, Danielson said. We're doing something that's not happening anywhere else in college football. In a sport increasingly driven by cash, Danielson and his team are staying true to something more meaningful, developing players both as athletes and as individuals. You have programs and coaches who are now handcuffed by the money, forced to change their values because it's what everyone else is doing. Danielson explained, once you change what you believe, you can't go back. You have to change everything. Despite the loss, Boise State's season proved to the world that they belong at the table of college football. In his first year as head coach, Danielson led the Broncos to their first back-to-back Mountain West Conference championships and returned Boise State to national relevance for the first time in a decade. They earned a top 4 seed in the college football playoff and a first-round bye. Ashton, Jeanty, a Heisman Trophy runner-up in the heart of the Broncos offense, proved Boise State's competitive spirit, rushing for 104 yards against Penn State's number 6 ranked rush defense. After the game, Penn State's James Franklin sought out Jeanty, commending him for his character and performance. I love the way you play. Man, we need more like you in our game. This moment wasn't just about the game, it was about the culture Danielson is fostering at Boise State. A culture that prioritizes values over financial gain. Jeanty could have signed a $1 million deal with a Power 5 school but chose to stay at Boise State, where he felt genuinely invested in, as both a player and a person. The bigger story here isn't the money-driven, fast-paced world of modern college football, it's the stark contrast Boise State represents. It's the difference between earning a spot through grit and development, versus paying for it. And Danielson, who inherited a team with 5 losses, has taken them to new heights, winning 15 out of 18 games since taking over. The Broncos' loss to Penn State wasn't just a game, it was a statement. Even in the face of nil deals and the growing divide in college football, Boise State stayed true to its roots. They stayed together, literally and figuratively, after the game, taking a lap around the stadium to thank their fans. This program, led by Danielson, is a shining example that culture, belief, and development matter just as much, if not more, than the financial backing and media attention of the top-tier programs. They may not have won the Fiesta Bowl, but Boise State proved they have a place in the future of college football. So, what happens next? The journey is far from over. Danielson and his team will keep pushing, developing talent the right way. As the new season looms, they'll hit the ground running with an unwavering belief in their culture. We'll be the light on the hill, Danielson told his players. Never settle for less. And with that, the Broncos are ready to work. The journey continues.